So hi guys, like I said in my Being Yourself video, I said that, people are always going to, judge you. And that's true. In high school, you are going to be judged. But in life, you are always going to be judged wherever you go. If you're at the mall, if you're on the streets, anywhere, you're going to be judged by the way you look, by the way you talk, by your race, by your gender sometimes. They're always going to be, judging you. And that's a hard thing to get by in life, that people are always going to judge you. But you can always be that person that stops judging people, right? Because, throughout life, I've always seen that in high school. I've always seen that always on the street, like, they see how you look and they just look at you weird, or they give you that stink eye or that, bug eye, like, ooh, I don't like this guy, stay away from me, You really never get the chance to actually give this person, a try. You never give them a chance to, prove themselves that they're not really what they look like, right? Because you can't always judge a book by its cover. That's the whole meaning for that term, right? Don't judge a book by its cover. Just because someone looks really weird or awkward in the outside doesn't mean, they could be an interesting person in the inside. They could be a nice person in the inside. You never give them a try because, it's just not fair, right? And I know it's hard to actually, open up to people, right? To get to know people because sometimes you're afraid of, what that person really can turn out to be, right? And you're afraid to, find out things that you don't want to find out. But that's just a risk you're going to have to take, right? I mean, how do you make friends? You make friends by getting to know them, right? Then you start judging them to whether or not they're being a good friend or a bad friend, right? So, in life, how come you can't do that to, random people on the streets? Not like, saying that you have to be friends with them, but, they're just people. You're just human beings. And I know it's hard to not judge people, but like just give them a shot, give them a try, because you never know, what that type of person is until you, give them a try, right? Unless you give them a chance to talk to you. And I don't mean by like giving them one chance by like, oh, okay, I'm going to give them one chance to talk to me. And if they don't sound, interesting or, if they're still weird at that one point, then I'm just going to throw them away. But that's not what I mean. I mean like gradually in time, you get to know that person, and that's when you're able to, not judge them, but say, what you want to say about them, like, how you feel about them, like, what kind of feelings you have toward this person, whether you like them or don't like them, or what you dislike about them. That's when you start to, get to say things, that you can, because it's so rude to judge someone, just by meeting them. I give people, a chance, like, I might be scared about, like, maybe they might be some kind of creeper or they might be some kind of gangster or something, but you always got to give someone, a chance, because sometimes you never know. If you judge someone so quickly, you put them in a position they don't want to be at. And sometimes it hurts people's feelings that, sometimes they can't make friends because you judge them. And, that way they really think they're not, worthy to have a friend because people are judging them so many times, or just so much on a daily basis. They just give up on making friends. They just like, oh, well, no one's gonna like me, they think I'm so weird already, like, everybody says that about me, so why try making friends, maybe I should accept that. And that's the thing, like I said, you don't accept that because of what people say about you. You only accept it until you know who you really are in the inside, okay? You don't let people get to you. That's the one thing I have to say. You don't let people get to you, and judging people is always gonna get to people. And that's something, you don't want that to happen because, like I said in that Being Yourself video, like, you're not being yourself if people are already categorizing you and you're already agreeing with them because they say that about you, right? You're not really being yourself because you let people walk all over you like that. You don't have to, stand up for that, right? You gotta stand up for yourself and be your own person, like I said in that video. But also, when you're judging people, like I said, just give them a try. It's like food and video games. Like when you're trying food out, okay, the food on the outside might kind of look disgusting, might kind of look not that appetizing, but maybe once you take a bite out of it, it might taste really good, and you never know unless you try it, right? And with video games, sometimes people are afraid to try out new video games because they don't like the concept. They like, staying straightforward with their original concept. They don't like added content. But sometimes those things can make the game really, really great and awesome. You don't know how good it is until you try it, right? That's so true. That's how I feel. Like, try new things and, maybe it can make your life a bit better. Make it more, more interesting. And I know it's hard to try out new things. Everybody thinks that new things are kind of, not that great and all, because like they're afraid of change, or they're afraid of, stepping into a place where, they normally don't step out, around. And what I have to say is, how will you know unless you take that risk, right? You're always going to have to take risks in life, and this is just one of them. I mean, I'm not saying like, okay, if you meet a random person on the street, you don't have to get to know this person. I'm just saying like, don't be like, oh, this guy is just so weird, I should stay away from them. And I don't really even know them yet, but who cares, It's just like, be respectful. That's all I have to say. Like, if you don't know this person, just be respectful to them, okay? And then if you, have friends that, have friends along and you want to get to know them, but then, at the same time, you're scared of getting to know them, just give them a shot, It just doesn't hurt, okay, to give it a shot. I mean, really, it doesn't really hurt, right? So that's all I have to say. Just, be respectful to, people you meet on the streets. You don't have to be, so weirded out by everybody around you, right? Just be respectful. Because maybe sometimes, they might need your help, and, just helping out that person might, bring a smile to their face, Second, just, if you're going to meet someone new, give them a try, You never know. They could be your closest friend. They could be a new friend to you that you could, talk about anime, manga, video games, anything of interest to you, That's just, all I have to say. I hope this video, you guys like it, and, and I'll talk more about, these kind of things, maybe later on in life, or maybe later on when I make more videos. Who knows? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys later.